Hi guys, and we're going live in 10, 9, screw it, we'll go live right now. Welcome everybody. I see a lot of you are lining up already at the live chat. Hopefully you can hear me well. Do not adjust the microphone, this is the way how I speak. Okay, I quickly want to address one of the questions from Blinks 1997. We were just chatting about the quality of the glass in our combos, as you know, the Annihilator, the Recon, and so on. And I'm telling you guys, this glass for the price you're paying and the quality of those scopes is extremely good. And that ACSS reticle absolutely kicks ass. So this is a really great value. And check the Blinks 1997. He's a happy fella for owning one. Alright guys, enough with the bullshit talk. Look, again, multiple pages of your questions. Let's go straight to the questions because I don't know if we can, if the 1 hour is enough to answer it. From Daniel Bettdorf, thoughts on Zastava underfolders. I saw a new one yesterday with aluminum M-Lock forend, Magpul pistol grip, web sling, and Yugo Mag for $600. Imagine that, the prices are diving down. Seems like a great candidate to replace my RAS 47 rifle. Pow! Right there. Alright, for the $600, this is not a bad price with all these goodies included. But please remember about the underfolder, guys. They look cool. But when you start using them, they really can get under your skin. That underfolder stock is very uncomfortable for extended time when you're using it, and it could be really pain in the ass. There are ways to kind of work with it and make it more usable, but even in winter, I will tell you, when you start putting the face to that cold bare metal, that sucks badly. But the ergonomics of that stock are not really great. I do not like the underfolders. I basically, when I had no choice, I was buying the parts kits. At some point you could buy only the underfolder Polish parts kits. I got them and I converted it, and I got the adapter. You can check our store, shameless plug for the store. You can check the store for the underfolder adapter to the M4 stock. Works great, and that's how I'm rolling my underfolder, okay, from the Polish parts. But yeah, for that price, going back to your question, Daniel, this looks like a reasonable deal, and for sure I will have a hard look and probably, you know, maybe try to negotiate a little bit, bring it down by $50 and try to get it, okay? Okay, next question. Alon Conley, what's your take on the SKS? Does it hold some superiority over the AK platform in certain roles? Do you think it has better accuracy with irons versus AK, regular AK? At this point, I really think so that it's cool to own SKS. Get them in, as for me it's more like a collectible item. You can even find the original Izmash made ones from 1940s and things like this, so it's very cool. When you buying SKS, check the board, because some of them were really beat up and treated roughly, so you don't want to have an anchor or a paperweight laying on your desk. Make sure that the barrel is still working and everything's fine. Also, I know, I just forgot who, but someone was selling like a refurbished Yugo SKSs, and they were in absolutely amazing condition. So for fun, I would absolutely get the SKS. Is it better? I do not see the advantages of SKS from the AK. Honestly, I prefer AK rifle. It's a better product at the end of the day. But I strongly advise you to get the SKS just for the fun factor. I think so. It's worth it. Okay, let me cross out those questions. Michael, we know you don't stick to AK platform tests. On tests, what the chances are of you doing other piston rifles like Keltec, RDB, PTR, Scar 17, and bunch of other rifles need a peddling? I would definitely love to have a Scar 17 on the program, or Yeah, Scar 17 would be actually cool. PTR possibly too. We will see. Guys, as I said this numerous times, it all boils down to the money and the budget we have. I am not millionaire. Paul is not millionaire. Okay, so we have to manage the budget, and very often the cost of the gun is just the one thing. But then you have, of course, the cost of the ammo and everything associated with it. So, is the Scar 17 on my head? Absolutely. Is it going to happen? Fingers crossed. Hopefully, yes. Alright? Scott Eason. Hopefully, Scott, I didn't butcher your name. What is any experience with Century Arms AKMS 7.62 Polish underfolders that were made a few years back? And will your underfolder to buffer tube stock adapter fit? I remember those rifles. I remember what they were doing with those parts kits. They were putting basically a Polish parts kits from the underfolders on the milled receivers, which were used for the C39. And I just don't know what kind of barrel they were using on those sets. So this was interesting combination. I never owned one rifle like this. I don't know what was the quality of these builds, made. However, on the milled receiver, it's really hard to screw the things up. But then again, the people are very talented, and you know that the quality of the Polish parts kits is really good. So hopefully this was a good combination. I honestly don't know if the adapter will work. It was designed for the regular mil-spec underfolders, so I cannot answer to that question. But I do remember those rifles, and I kind of kick myself that I never reach out and did never buy one. But they still are in circulation. You may find them, and hopefully they hold up well. Alright, Dan Riley. I've been doing some side hustle logistics security consulting in Miami and want to keep a trunk gun and blend it into the Miami South Florida urban environment. For camo paint, do you think Pink Bunny or Blue Seas Dolphin colors are just little gay or super gay? I love your sense of humor. I would basically do it, in your case, a Pink Bunny and decorate it all over with Hello Kitty stickers. And you will blend just right in. But seriously, where is the store getting the Vapor FM stock adapters back in? And are you getting any TDI grips in 10 in soon? Alright, so on the Vapor stock adapters, there is a delay. I talked to the Definitive Arms a few days ago, and they missed the shipping date because of some manufacturing mishaps from the manufacturing company, and they are hoping that the adapters, they will have adapters to ship to us on Tuesday. So fingers crossed, and yes, we expecting them. Yes, they are on order, and really I hope so before the end of the next week they will be back in stock. Now, as far as TDI grips in 10, I don't think so. We'll stick to the black ones only for now. Alright, so buy black one and use if you want to repaint it, put the different color on it, or use the grip tape, and you can have a 10 grip tape. Alright, but I love your sense of humor about the color camo paint. From George Smith, I'm putting my Holosun red dot on my C39 version 2, but mine has no side rail. I have a mount that attaches to the rear side mount area once it removed. Any thoughts on that, Rapski? I really don't like those mounts which are going to the rear leaf. I do prefer setup like with quick detach. Now, in your case, since you do not have a side rail, check the so-called AK Master Mount. AK Master Mount. We have it in the store. Basically, Ula, could you give me the AK Master Mount so I can show it off? So basically what you do with this is you remove the regular, this is the AK Master Mount, see, there you go. And the way how it works, you remove the regular trigger pins and attach this to the side, and the new pins are included in the screws, and there's no gunsmith required, and you can attach this rail. This becomes a side rail to any any of those Chinese guns or the C39s, and it holds very well. I did some testing, we did the drops, and it's not rated for that kind of abuse, but it withholds the abuse, and you can put any optic then by using the regular standard AK side rail mounts. So again, this is, I hope you can see it, AK master mount. Check our store, ak4774.com, and no gunsmith required. You can, if you installing this longer than 10 minutes, then there is something wrong with you. It's a really simple installation and it works great. All right. So let me cross this question off. From Jason Beck, just got 2 new FM Vapors. Oh my God. The guy's on the roll. Jason, congratulations. He's got the one in 47 and one in 74. I'm testing some Bulgarian polymer magazines. Both rifles were having feeding problems when I was testing them out at home, as I haven't had the chance to shoot them yet. Do you think there is a problem, or am I just being paranoid? First of all, Jason, what kind of Bulgarian magazine you were using? Because for a 7.62 by 39, there is some real piece of shit commercial magazine made in Bulgaria, and it has like a little freaking logo. I forgot, but it's like a little shield, but it's completely useless. That magazine is completely useless. So what I would do, if I would be you, just get some good old surplus magazines and try them out. But even at the range, when you will get that rifle to the range, try to shoot it, because sometimes when the people are cycling the rifle, they think they duplicate the cycling like in the real world, but then they do the strange things. They cover the ejection port and things like this. So try to shoot it first, and then we'll go from there. But I would strongly advise you, get the regular surplus magazines, and then we'll see what's going to happen. All right, so there we go. We can put this page. No, there is one more question. What is this? Oh, this was asked by email. What is the AK-47 effective range? And let me talk. This is a really interesting question, guys. My thoughts on the 7.62 by 39 cartridge. This is extremely demanding cartridge on the shooter skills. You really have to have your shit in check to be successful at the extended ranges, and you have to understand what is happening. The 7.62 by 39 really flies, the rainbow trajectory. So you better have your range estimations game in check, and you should know what distance you're shooting at, all right? Because there is very little room for forgiveness, very little room for mistakes, because of the way of how the bullet flies on target. Now, this cartridge is extremely prone to wind changes. This is, I will show you the wind chart from our updated booklet, AK Bootcamp booklet, and you can see at 300 yards with 5 miles per hour wind, the bullet is already over 9 inches off from the target. If you have a 10 miles per hour wind at 300 yards, you will be 18 inches away from the target. 18 inches, that's average shoulder width of the human. So you will be missing by the whole human in 10 miles per hour wind if you will not adjust for the wind. And in my eyes, the wind is the #1 factor of people missing targets with their AKs in 7.62 by 39. I'm not joking, guys. If you want to improve your shooting skills, if you want to get better at shooting AK at the extended ranges, I'm begging you, do your homework on wind. And this is instantly, you will see huge improvement in hits past that distance of 200 yards. if you will start paying attention to the wind. Also, you have to understand that here in the United States we have to deal with the absolutely shitty quality ammo. To give you the idea, the Tula in 7.62 by 39, I was just extensively testing Tula with our Doppler radar, and that Tula has the standard deviation of 37 over 37 feet per second. So you have to understand that what it means, right? What the hell he's talking about. So to give you something to think about it, average, very average factory ammo would be below 20 feet per second. So, and this, like, when we got 20 feet per second, it's like, meh, okay. So anything between 15 and 20 is like, meh, okay. Like around 15 is respectable factory ammo. But Tula clocked 37, almost double that value. So this means that the spread with when you're shooting with that ammo, spread in the speed will be all over the map. It's just horrible, right? So that's Tula. The Wolf did a little bit better, but still way above 20 feet per second. So when you're shooting that cartridge 7.62 by 39, yes, it could be extremely frustrating, you know, and it's hard to pinpoint what is the effective range. That depends on the shooter. But then again, above 400 meters, like 425 meters, you will be going subsonic with that round. So the 425, so you will be below 500 yards. You're going subsonic. So you're losing completely speed, and then you are even more prone to the wind swings and everything. So these are things to keep in mind. And you know, I always laugh my ass off from the people who saying, "Oh, I shoot 1,000 yards with AK." Good for you, but you're not going to bullshit me. I spent tons of time on a spotting glass, and I can tell you, you know, you watch the rounds and what is happening to the rounds in the wind when they go subsonic and how they go off course. You can see the round flying straight on target, and then it's hitting the zone when there is not that much speed left, and the round just skips to the left or to the right randomly. And that's, we're talking about 600, 700 yards distance. So let's be realistic here, okay? Can you hit? Can you make some hits at 1,000 yards? Of course. You know, you can take a 9mm, level it, and at some point you're going to hit it. But I'm telling you guys, this is not... I spend a lot of time on a spotting glass, and the glass doesn't lie. That's the bottom line. All right, we got this page behind us, plowing through, trying to make it. Jeffrey Lynch, discuss future of US AK market, also future of weapon rifles after Moat bankruptcy. All right, so as far as the imports goes, right now, the only rifles coming out from Russia are Vapors, right? We know that. Vapor, the Moat is in a bankruptcy for a long time. Just recently we were talking about there was an auction, the people were panicking. What's going to happen to Vapor? You know, buy Vapor because you're not going to see the Vapors. And I told you guys, this is bullshit. Okay, don't fucking listen to the idiots who are trying to ramp up the sales. And the Vapor production will keep coming, and you will see more Vapors at least for the remaining of the year. Right, and they keep sending more and more Vapors to United States. There was the auction for the Moat, and guess what? Nobody made the purchase. Nobody purchased the Moat, so the Moat was not sold. Moat is not going anywhere for now. In March 2018, we're going to have the they're going to have freaking elections. We got the elections too to Congress, but they're going to, in Russia, have presidential elections. And after the elections, I think it's like end of the March or something, you may see some changes at the Moat level. But before that, nobody with the brain in the right place will do anything about the Moat, because you have like thousands of people working for that factory. So nothing is going to happen. As far as the future of the US market of the AKs, you know, as the imports, the we should be still getting the situation should improve a little bit with Arsenal FR, the 107 FR, that is the folding stock. I think they were talking about 2018 when they will have those rifles back to the United States. Then you know that they keep bringing the Arsenal 107R, 104s, and this is the steady flow. Romanians should be ramping up the production a little bit, and we should see more WASRs, but that's still up in the air, and really we don't know. But as of right now, you see that the sales numbers for guns are really plummeting down. So that's why, like, one of the first questions was $600 Underfolder, right? You will see better and better pricing. You know, for the extended period of time, hard to predict what's going to happen, honestly, because the import situation can flip with the one, you know, the change on the low books or something like this. So you never can say what's going to happen. But as of right now, I do not see anything on the horizon which would tell me that we're going to use the MOAT or we're going to use Arsenal. So things are moving forward. Fingers crossed. Let's hope that the prices will continue to level down, and then it will be, because at some point really the AK prices went crazy, and you know, I think it's a great market right now to buy actually the AR, even AR-10, because you can get outstanding deals for the ARs, which is, you know, laughable right now, right? We got the $450, $500 ARs at the good quality parts. So something to think about it. All right. From Mike Highway, rap, is a steel cased ammo shootout possible, like Tula versus Wolf, Silver Bear, and like to see who makes the most accurate offering and the bang for the buck. I will tell you, between the Tula and Wolf, Wolf wins. Okay, Tula sucks. I mean, guys from Tula, if you're watching, Jesus, pull the cleaning rod and start slowly pushing to the bottom of your throat. Punish yourself. I don't know what you're doing in the factory with that ammo, but I have tested numerous batches of Tula ammo, and it sucks. There is no other way to describe. It's underpowered, inconsistent, and it sucks. So punish yourself. Slap yourself in the face. Do something. I didn't have a lot of trigger time with the Silver Bear yet. I cannot tell you, you know, I shot the Silver Bear, but I didn't have a time to put it on a radar and like really test it out. So I cannot give you the feedback on the Silver Bear. But between the Tula and the Wolf, Wolf wins. So we'll go back to it. That's actually a good question. We'll try to see what we can do about it. Steve Sutton. What are the chances of VZ58 2008 torture test, aside from different mags and availability of testing for testing purposes? We'll see. I honestly hope so, to get the VZ this year for the show, for the test. So again, fingers crossed. No promises, but the fingers crossed. I know you guys, this is from Michael Pereira. I know you guys reviewed the Vapor 12 a while ago. Any long-term updates on a Vapor 12? Michael, we review it and we give away that shotgun. So I don't know. I haven't heard anything back from the owner. I'm assuming he's a happy guy. All right. But I will tell you from my own experience, the Vapor 12 is built like a tank. So this shotgun just keeps working like an Energizer bunny on Viagra. I really love it. Is awesome. This is one of the best semi-automatic shotguns to own. All right, Andrew Beach. Sorry, Andrew, if I probably butchered your name. Is the AKOU gone worldwide? Where is the craziest place you have gotten fan mail from? Yes, I'm getting the mails or messages from all over the places. Syria, Iran, the Singapore, Japan, where from my understanding they cannot even own the gun in Japan, but we're getting questions from Japan. Australia, where they are very strict gun laws in Australia too. The South Africa, the North Africa, of course Europe, all over the places. So yes, we are global, and the Morocco, the questions are pouring from all over the world. So thank you guys. I don't know how many of you from all over the world are watching us right now. It's probably night, but if you are, thanks for being with us. Dan Garrett Rap, your thoughts on IWI Galil Ace 7.62 by 39. I did use that rifle. I did shot that rifle on multiple occasions. Very nicely made rifle. It holds the it's really, you take it that piece and it's a nice piece of the hardware. Where the Galil is having a problems is the price point, and for I think they hovering around like $1,800. It's a hard sell. It's a hard sell to sell 7.62 by 39 rifle in that cartridge for the $1,800, because at the end of the day, what the hell you getting, right? What you can do with it. And but as far as the quality, yes, it's a decently made rifle. I have no complaints about it. It's just, if you will combine everything, I think so that you can take that $1,800 and spend somewhere else and have more bang for the buck spent. That's my personal opinion. All right. Brian Hacksworth, what basic gear would you bring on day patrol using the AK platform? It doesn't matter is it AK or not, but this is one of my favorite tools. This is a quick spotting glass, and you can really be very sneaky with it. Have a look, like do the pirate R, but the quick spotting glass, because this gives you some magnification, and you don't have the whole rifle sticking out, and you can quickly check what's going on in some areas and have a look what's going on. So, and if you can see the information is the money. If you can see what's happening around you, it helps a lot. So definitely I always bring something like this, or a pair of binos, but the binoculars, they always, they're more bulky and everything. This gives me a nice quick look. I can get really sneaky. It's easy to camouflage it, and I really like something like this using the spotting glass. Okay, so hopefully this helps. And it's universal. It's not for the AK, it's not for the AR. I really like to have those, like quick access spotting glasses. All right. Willie Pete, are all the Croatian magazines for the AK-47 bad? I have 8. I need to try it out. No, they are not all bad. See, this is the problem I have with those Croatian magazines. I knew about them for a long time. They have the quality issues for long than a year, and it's keep coming back like a freaking boomerang. So it just blows my mind why they have not addressed the basic problem with because it's an easy fix. They have something wrong on the testing fixture, or one of the testing fixtures is worn out, and they just keep using that fixture, and that's why they keep pushing the shit to United States. Not all of them are bad. There are some good ones, but this is for this whole situation with those Croatian magazines is going for more than a year. So someone should just pick up the phone, whoever is importing those magazines, and talk to the poor Croatian guys. Like, look guys, check your fixtures. There's something wrong with the fixtures. Address the issue, right? Because they are kind of nicely made magazines. Really, it's a kind of nice magazine. The finish is nice. They use a nice metal and everything. It's just I cannot stand, like, this is ongoing problem, and everyone just keep kicking the can down the road. That pisses me off. And it's not the matter, like, I hear the guys, well, just grab the Dremel tool and fix it. Bullshit. A magazine should work. I can understand the Dremel tool with the handguards, because all the AKs are made with that front trigger, and there are some things where you have to grind it off, whatever. But the magazine, I can tell you that if you have a mil-spec AK and a mil-spec magazine, it will freaking fit. It doesn't matter if you have it from China, Russia, or Poland, or Bulgaria. It will fit and work. All right, enough of the Croatian magazines. Another page down. This is from Aaron Wagner. Have you considered other sources of revenue because of the YouTube bastards expanding your store, more items like your booklet, non-gun related business sponsorships, and so on. Aaron, basically what I'm seeing right now, slowly those commercials are crawling back to the YouTube. I don't know what the deal is. Our revenue keeps diving down like crazy, but I see the commercials are creeping back. So is that, I'm guessing the YouTube is getting their shit together and they're working the issues out. As I said, the store is, regardless of the YouTube bullshit, the store is what keeps us alive. And thank you very much for your support. Thanks, guys. Really, the store fuels everything. Without the store, there will be no union. So, I always look for the new products to add, but most of the time, what you see in the store, this is what I'm using, okay? And it's like, if I like something, I'll add it. If I don't like it, you know, there is a great chance you're not going to see it in a store. That's how it works. But we always think about adding something new, all right? Guys, let me flip the switch for the light for a second because it's dark. There we go. I'm back. I see that the daylight, we're losing a daylight and I don't want to go dark. Alright, from Sean Steinberg, do you guys know anything about the Russians moving to the 6.5 Grendel as a primary chambering? I hear nothing, absolutely nothing. This must be one of the rumors, you know, internet rumors. There is absolutely no feedback. I hear absolutely nothing about the 6.5 Grendel as the future cartridge for Russians. Okay. Kelvin Mosley, Rap, how many rounds of 7.62 by 39 would you estimate that you have fired over the course of your lifetime? Oh my gosh, this has to be maybe even a freaking million, I don't know, but just think about it. How many rounds went down the pipe during the 5,000 rounds test? And we have completed, you know, so many. It's just, I honestly don't know. A lot. All right, it was a lot, maybe not million because that's a huge number when you come to think about it, but thousands and thousands of rounds for sure. I honestly cannot answer it. David Martinez, what stock do you recommend to be used with annihilator setup, with or without a cheek riser? For some people, you will get away with the BMS Mission First Tactical stock. On those annihilator setups because that 3x really sits nicely. For some, you're probably going to need a cheek riser, so it could be a CTR stock, could be a Macpul Precision stock with the adjustable cheek riser, could be a Luf AR stock with again adjustable cheek riser. So there are numerous options. But as I said, for some people, depends on how the face is constructed, you can get away even with the BMS Mission First Tactical stock. Alright, please do 5,000 round review of Mutant or PSA KS47. I will think about it, alright? I had some, you know, when the Mutant was released, Tim, from Military Arms channel was so nice. He brought the Mutant. I could use it for one day, and I wasn't really sold on that rifle at that time. But maybe they made some improvements, and I would like to revisit it and see what I can get from it. Okay, we'll see. That's a good idea. Any chance for SVDs? This is from Robert Swartz. Any chance of for SVD to be imported back into the country? Maybe Arsenal could do something or mod. You have to remember, this is not that much about us. You cannot import the SVD, but the Russians agreed. This was some strange deal, which I don't know how that happened. But at that time when the deal was negotiated, there was a list created of the rifles which cannot be exported from Russia. And the Russians agreed, or they put the SVD on that list. Why they did that? Why that happened? Who asked for it? I honestly have no clue. But this is the main problem of getting the SVD to United States. And all over the world, really, like, you know, I had friends in Poland. You could buy the SVDs for $1,000, $400. It's not a problem. Here you have to pay $12,000 because they are collectible items. So this is the problem with SVD. So it's not that much that we cannot import it, but the Russia agreed to not export it, and that's a bummer. Okay. Damon Cantor, are you still using Zenitco products? And if so, how have they been holding up? Yeah, I have on one of the rifles, I have full Zenit setup, and they're holding up nicely. There's no problem with Zenit. Over the time, they will start taking the beating like everything else, but from the rails, they hold really nicely. It's a good setup. The only problem, you have to leave. You have to pay the arm and leg for it. What's the future? This is from Dan Card. What's the future of parts kits availability? What is happening right now on the international market? Basically, because again of our stupid import laws, we cannot ship the whole AK to United States. So you have to understand that the exporting company has to spend the money to strip down the AK into the parts box it and ship it to United States. That costs the time and the money. Now, other markets like Africa, for example, or Middle East, they pay better price for the whole rifle when the exporter doesn't have to do a shit, and they just ship the whole rifle and boom, they got the money for it. So this is why the parts kits cut up a little bit, in the hiccup. And another thing is the number of available parts kits is shrinking, right? Because the people keep selling them, keep selling those AKs all over the world, and those old inventories from the former black countries are shrinking. So the future, I see the parts kits probably keep going up. You cannot kind of avoid that with the current demand, and that's the reality of the situation. Okay. Next question. Chase Rydenor, what's the future of the AK market looking like? We just talked about it, right? We talk about the parts kits, we talk about the import rifles. So hopefully you are listening, Chase. From William Weckel, when will see Zenit DTK2 become available again? Probably never. From us, we're not going to import any more Zenit parts, and that's pretty much. I do not have any plan of bringing the Zenit back again. So it is what it is, guys. Brian Wagoner, test Mac 90. I talked about it before. The reason why I'm refusing to test the Mac 90 at this point, guys, again, this is the rifle which is under the ban. You cannot import them anymore into the United States. So whatever we have in the country, this is it. We're not getting any more. They're getting more and more like collectible status lately, and the prices slowly keep creeping up and up and up and up. So at this point, I'll tell you this: probably get them for your collection and keep them, all right? Because I do not see the importation ban on the Chinese rifles ever removed. So just get an eye. If you will find a good deal, lock it, get it, and boom, and you will thank me one day. Kelly Herberson, I'm interested in a lower handguard you have on your Vepr, and you talking about this handguard, this beautiful handguard. Yes, it is. I told you, some of you, that handguard is already in manufacturing, is being made by TDI Arms, and we are expecting them to have them in around 4 weeks. As of right now, it's an M-LOK handguard, so any M-LOK attachments will work with it, and it's awesome. I really love what they did. It will be, it's Ultimac compatible. If someone has an Ultimac, you can use it with the Ultimac, and the price, it should be priced below $100. So this is a metal, this is aluminum grade handguard. See, you can hear it. So this is a real deal. This is a real deal. and it's coming, guys. Trust me, it's coming. Give me some time, give the guys from TDI time to finish the production. Alright, let me cross this out. From Mac Kugir. Any updates on the new DDI issues? I'm not sure which issues you're talking about, and basically DDI as of right now disappeared. Poof, it's gone. At the end of the year, the Palmetto State Armory holding company, parent company, acquired the DDI, and they kind of pulled the plug on it. So the production facility in Tennessee was closed. Whatever receivers they acquired or whatever, parts, I think that Palmetto will finish it off. Palmetto is still covering the warranty, from my understanding, on the DDI rifles, but I have not heard or seen anything coming out new from DDI. So at this point, I would say the game is over for them. And if there's something will change, we'll update you and I will let you know. But that's pretty much situation with DDI. Any update? This is from Richard Davis. Any update on the Horny Whore? I'm guessing, Richard, you're asking about the WASR 10. WASR 10 is, as always, doing fine, kicking and rocking and eating lead and spitting bullets down the range. The WASR 10 is still holding up. I will do something special. I will do the special episode. I'll show you how this rifle is holding up. And what the rounds count is, and what is the accuracy, and how the parts are looking like, because this is really worth it, and it should be interesting video. So I got that planted in my head. I just keep running. I don't have enough time to do everything, but I have that WASR 10 update video in my head. Stevie Stewart, have you tried Hornady black ammunition in 7.62 by 39? No, I did not. So this is something what I have to try it out as well. And then of course I will give you guys update, but I do not have that ammunition yet. I seen the announcements and everything. I just didn't have a time to do it. So we'll see, okay guys? Jonathan Cook, can you recommend a front sight gas black combo? Of course. Check JMac Custom. JMac Custom, they have a very cool front gas black combo with the regular way of adjusting the front sight, not the retarded way like some other solutions. So very cool product. Check JMac Customs and they have those combos, okay, for you. All right, we did the outstanding job with the questions. I think I had the questions left from the last week. Let me see. Yes. To camo, this is from Chess Stevens. To camo paint or not camo paint for urban deployment, anything is better than the black rifle color, guys. Really, the black sticks out in almost, with the exception of the night. Even at night it sticks because it's really black. But anything is better than black. So I would always advise you, even put the one coat only. Put the coyote brown or flat dark earth or even gray color. Anything is better than just black. So keep that in mind. So yes, I would support this if you can, paint your rifle. Is Scott Kramer, is there a trigger that breaks cleaner for a WASR 10? The ALG AKT EL, I think that's the final name right now for that trigger. It's very clean. That's a clean and consistent break on that trigger. So or you can do the magic, but be smart. Don't go full retard. You should never go full retard. You can work on the Tapco trigger and make it really smooth and nice, but that will take some time. But like if you're talking about straight out of the box, get the ALG trigger. Alright. Tony Tony Mercado, what's the best way to replace a broken AK gas tube locking lever? So he's talking about this little sucker and why people break those levers, because they think they possess the Hulk strength and they use the retard strength to open the lever by using some like pliers or something. And if you will bend basically away that lever from the front rear post block, they snap, all right? So the only way how to do it, you can check with the like Apex gun parts. It's basically a rivet base. So they provide the whole replacement kit. You get the rivet, you remove the old one, you put the new one. It's very easy, and it all you gotta do is the punch tool. If you don't want to go crazy with the riveting, you can use the punch tool, and you have to splash that rivet on the other side so the rivet will hold up, and that's it. That's how you replace the lever. The price is laughable. I think it's like $7 or $8 for replacing the lever. The only reason I didn't manage to break one yet, but the only reason I know is because I'm getting very often the same questions, so I did the homework on it. Alright, do you have, okay, so this is again a question about the DDI PSA buyout. We talked about it. I told you all I know about this, case. And if I'll have anything new, if by some miracle DDI will be revived, I'll get back to you and I'll let you know what's going on. Alright, now, because it's 7:45, so we got some time left, I will jump in and try to scroll for your questions. What really pisses me off is, guys, these chat questions are awesome, and when we are done with the feed, the YouTube is not preserving them. Everything is gone. So that, I cannot go back and kind of review it. So that's some retarded logic from YouTube. But let me scroll down. I'll go to like top and see, and again, like I see already the whole 30 minutes is gone from the top. So I will just try to look for the questions. And okay, from John Y. Have Saiga 410 disappeared? I don't think so. I think they still sell them in Russia. I think I have even seen updated pictures. I may be wrong, but I think I have seen updated pictures on the Russian Kalashnikov website. All right. What else? Okay. What do you do? This is a question from Derek. What do you do in the military rap? I'm the sniper team leader. So that's my job. So from AKs to the sniper rifles. There you go, guys. What else? SAR1, thumbs up or down? I will tell you that if you got the chance, get the SAR1. Now be smart about the price. Don't overpay for the SAR1, but they were cool rifles, and what I'm seeing again, just like with Mac 90, they becoming slowly collectibles, because I think the importation stopped like in the early 2000s or late 90s. But anyhow, get that rifle if you can for the good price. The SAR1 made in Romania. What they exporting to us right now, of course, is a WASR 10, so the SAR are gone, but I'll definitely get it if you can have it for a good price. Very, it's nice to have those rifles at some point, and they're really fun to shoot. And all the SAR models, they had a few models. They were all cool rifles, nothing special. Don't think that this is like holy grail of AK, but really cool rifles to have. And if you have a chance, get it. I would advise you to do the regular checkup, because maybe someone beat up that rifle. If someone beat the living shit out of the rifle, then what's the point, right? Not much left. But sometimes you can get them in the really nicely preserved condition. Definitely jump on it. Okay. Jonathan Walker, what did you think of the Troy handguard? Would you run it consistently on any of your AKs? No, I would not. Here's my problem with Detroit. I like the idea, I like the rounded shape. This was not the problem. Their problem was with the completely freaking retarded way of adjusting those side screws to provide the tension on the front retention bracket. So as you know, you have a screw on the one side and you got a screw on the other side, and you have to sneak your way with the tool, and there was a hex key, and you have to keep increasing the tension so the handguard is not moving. And now, because of the way how they designed the access to those screws, it was like I don't know, whoever designed that product should slap himself in the face and apologize. Because if you would use that rifle with that rail, you will see that those screws, of course, come loose from what? From recoil. So you have to constantly readjusting them. Now, it would be nice to add the my god, I'm having a fucking brain fart. The Loctite, blue Loctite on those screws, but again, because of the access to those screws is really hard, so you have to like pre-prime it with the Loctite and then tighten it up. But it's hard, you know, to do it everything, and the Loctite is starting to dry out, and it's a madness. So I like the shape of the rail. I like the idea where this was going. I just don't like the way how they did those side screws for tensioning. Now, I know they have released the newer versions with M-Lock and everything of those rails, and it's a shame, but I did not have a chance to check them out, and I'm not sure if they have improved the mounting mechanism or mounting solution on it or not. I you know, anyone who was using the rifle with that rail would immediately spot that this is the problem. So I'm hoping that they did their homework, and I gave him some feedback, but I know that the people who I was talking to got fired and they left the company, so I don't know if that was passed down to production levels or anything. But there is a potential for that rail. It's just they have to, you know, start thinking about the better solution or on mounting the rail. Okay. This is question from Hiram Redlegs. Do you think we'll get Chinese AK rifles again? Also, would you stop carrying those big ass Russian muzzle brakes in your store? Or why did you stop carrying those big ass Russian muzzle brakes in your store? Okay. We talk about it. We're not getting, guys, you can forget about it. We're not getting the Chinese AKs. They're not coming back. Just like, forget it. They're not coming back. 100% positive on this. So you can stop dreaming about it. And as far as Zenit, we talk about it. It was always a freaking problem with the shipping, with the post, and we had all the paperwork. We had the paperwork from ATF we were registered with as importers and everything. We had all the paperwork for all the forms approved for the importation, Form 6, and everything was approved. And it was always a freaking problem with shipping. So you know, enough is enough. We're moving on. Okay. Next question. What else, you guys? RH10 price too high? Yes, I honestly think so that the RH10 price was, you know, too much. Especially because that, for me at least on my rifle, that rear leaf was immediately requiring the attention. You would have to make it that slot in the middle for aiming deeper, because it was very flush and you couldn't really see anything through it. Also, I'm not a big fan of those front combos. They were working fine on the RH10, but it's like I'm not really that big fan of it. Also, there, for some strange reason, they decided to put the side rail higher than on the regular, you know, like WASR 10s. And why they did that is, I'm guessing, because of that, maybe the different height for that front side combo. I'm not sure, but that rail was sitting higher. So any optic you're putting is automatically higher. And we know if you are higher and higher from the center of the bore, it's getting more and more difficult. You have to watch out for that cant, right? Because if you will start canting the rifle, that bullet will start flying more away from the path where you are aiming with the scope and things like this. So the RH10, I think the way I'm seeing RH10 is cool if you want to SBR it, get that rifle and make it the SBR. But watch the pricing, because there is absolutely, in my eyes, no reason to pay $750, $800 for RH10. That's my personal opinion. Some people love it, like it, they, and it's perfectly fine. All right. Why do Korean mechs suck? I don't know. Ask Koreans, and that's the South Korea, not the North Korea. So probably if you will get them from North Korea, they would work. that's the how funny the situation is. But guys, you have to remember. And I talked to one of my friends who travels to South Korea very often. There are very strict gun rules in gun laws in Korea, and they have even problems manufacturing the magazines. There are special permits required from the government and things like this. And I'm guessing they do not do very extensive testing on those magazines. So we'll see, okay? But this is the truth, that they do have some problems. What else we have? I have a Vapor, and the Russian surplus magazines fits into the mag well, very tight. Is this normal? Okay, so here's the situation, guys. As you know, when Fime Group is importing those rifles, you again, because of our retarded import laws, you cannot import this rifle in one piece. So they come in those crazy like sporter configurations or whatever they want to call them, and they are set up for the single stack magazines, right, to comply with the import law. So then there is some dude with either at the Century, right, like Century when he's bringing the NPOPs and the WASR 10s, or those the Moat Vapors. They probably, and I'm not sure about the Fime Group how they do this, but they have to enlarge the magazine well. That's done, to right now to bring them back to the AK standards, so the people can start using the AK magazines. And now, if that cutout is made too tight, you're going to have some problems with magazine fitment. But if here's the good news, if you keep using that magazine well, keep using it, eventually it will worn out, and you will be fine rocking those magazines. So just keep using it and it will get better, I promise. All right. Mike Hopkins, do you prefer the 74 as the long range rifle? Mike, there is nothing, we cannot really talk about the long range even for the 74. We can talk about the extended range, okay? Long range, in my eyes, that's like 1400, 1500 yards. But going back to your question, yes, the 545 by 39, it's holding up. It has a higher speed. You have to remember that you're getting almost you're in a neighborhood of 3000 feet per second versus 7.62 by 39, around 2300 feet per second. So you have almost 700 feet per second difference on the plus side for the 545 by 39. That will give you a better performance at the extended ranges. So yes, the 545 by 39 will give you a better wind resistance as well, because the round flies faster and the speed wins all the time. So in this regard, absolutely I would roll with the 74. Also, you have less recoil on the 74 compared to the 7.62 by 39. So overall, in my eyes, the 545 by 39 beats the 7.62 by 39 in my eyes. All right. And do we have one more question? Yes, we can take one more question. Let me see. Someone is saying, man, after watching this, I'm going to have to break out my WASR tomorrow. Absolutely, use that WASR. From Cardenas Carlos, how can I buy from your store? Go to the www.ak4774.com. Boom, there you go. And someone was saying about 6.5 Creedmoor is better. Yes, 6.5 Creedmoor is better. Mel 64D, what did I miss? You missed me, Mel. How's that possible? By the way, me and Mel was showing me today. He texted me a very hateful message left on one of his videos. It was, you know, basically on a RAS 47 video when the Mel was testing the hardness, metal hardness, and it's just like, guys, at this point, I'm telling you, if you are happy with RAS 47, it absolutely is okay with me. I have no problem be happy with RAS 47, but I will not change my opinion about the RAS 47. And for me, I will never buy the RAS 47 again. Never ever. And it was not just because of my testing, not because of the Mel testing, but because of the feedback which I'm getting on daily basis from you and what is happening with those rifles, guys. That's it. Alright, on this sad note, we're going to finish tonight's episode. Thank you very much for tuning in, guys. You are the best. Thanks for being with us. Thanks for supporting with us. Have a great night. And go to the ranch tomorrow. Do something, alright? Hopefully see you next week. I'm not sure yet, but hopefully see you next week. Thank you, guys.